Hello, it's Jesse Green, 619 Nerd, and another movie commentary. We're talking about Loki 3. What? Hmm? They call it Thor? In the Dark World? What? When did that happen? I kid. Actually, it's a great movie. Um, Tom Hiddleston is back as Loki, who, if you saw at Comic-Con, he lit up Hall H. Now, Natalie Portman's back. Tom I totally forgot Thor's name. Um, Hemsworth. That's all I remember. Sorry. It's been a while since I've done one. I've been busy. Um, yeah, it's a good movie. It's a lot of action. It has a swerve, but it doesn't have a swerve like Iron Man 3. I think I like this one more than Iron Man 3 because of what they did to Mandarin. They don't, and they also they have a battle scene in I don't want to call it major city, but it's in London or in England. And they kind of don't do the Man of Steel by destroying everything. And the in and out of going from one world to another was kind of cool, especially at that last half. There's some funny moments that are hilarious. There's a cameo by Avenger. I'm not going to say who, but you have to see that scene. There is a swerve, but if you know anything, you knew it was coming. Because a character dies. I'm not saying who, but when they come back, you kind of say, yeah, you knew he was not going to die. Just like in Iron Man 3 when Pepper supposedly died, but she came back. Same thing here, but it's a surprise. And then you see the Collector, who's actually a Avenger. I believe he was originally a Avenger main villain. You see him, and they talk about the Gauntlet, so that's in tune with the not the next Avengers, but the 3, I believe, because you have Ultron coming for 2. I can't speak for some reason. Sorry. Like I said, it's been a while. And let's not spittle all everybody. Yeah, it's Chris Hemsworth, I believe. And Natalie Portman worked fine as the love interest. You see more of Asgard. Now, I want to talk about that for a second, because a couple of scenes kind of remind me of, episode 2 and 3 of Star Wars. There's a scene right by a lake, the reminiscence of episode 2, with Natalie Portman and Hayden Christensen, with kind of reminded me of Naboo. And then there is a major death of a character, and it also reminded me of Amidala being carried off. I presumably be the Barry, but they did it different here. Kind of similarities to episode 2 and 3. Not bad, and you get to see Asgard being lived in. You get the Warriors 3 back. One of them's played by Ray Stevens, who played the Punisher. Got Chuck himself playing one of them, and there's the other guy, and I forget who it is. Sorry. They all come back, and Lady Sif is there as a suitable love interest. But she helped him at the end, and the only major thing with them was that they all threatened Loki. I will kill you if you betray Thor. They work together. They don't work together. You see how it works, and there's a scene where Thor goes to Loki and he makes him turn off the illusion, and you see him all jacked up, as you would really see him. Odin has more to do. He killed it. Um, there's a cameo from one of the ice monsters from the first film. Um, um, Now the bad guys are the major problem. Even though it's a fun ride, a fun movie, they didn't really, they're just there to be bad. That's the whole motivation. At least with Loki, you have some motivation. He wants to be king. He's a stepson of Odin, and King Thor will always be king. You can see the motivation there, and it's not Christopher Eccleston's fault. He's a character he played a character I don't know really well, but apparently it was a character with one of the very major Thor story. I don't know who he was, so he was fine. It wasn't his fault, but you wanted more motivation, because you also wanted to see more Thor and Loki clash. Um, yeah, and second half you get all serious. Well, you get all serious, and you go back to Earth to get funny moments like the one scientist Eric goes naked. That is fine. The interns have an intern. That's fine. Kat Denning, I like her. I like her in this, and then Two Broke Girls, so I do watch that. She was fine. Even Thor had a few good lines, like putting the hammer on a hook. That was funny. And then there's an underground subway. How do I get to such and such? And like only 3 stops. Only 3? Yeah, get in. Um, Again, the fight scenes don't go the route of destroying half the city like they did in Man of Steel. It's a really fun ride. Again, the villains could have been fleshed out more. His second in command, you see more, which is usually what happens in these kind of films. He was more interesting. He beat the bejesus out of Thor. Even you think he kills one of the major characters, but he doesn't. It's a good movie. I give it a 4 out of 5. It's better than Iron Man 3. I can tell you that right now. Probably one of my favorite superheroes movies of this year. I still, presumably, yeah, I still haven't seen Wolverine yet, or Kick-Ass. So, there's 5 films. You got Man of Steel, Iron Man, and Superman. So, yeah, this one's my top one. I'll have to give it to Iron Man, then Superman, and then once I see the other, I would rank them. But yeah, as of right now, this is how it goes. Long-winded. Sorry about the delay. I've been actually working, so yay. I actually get paid this week. Even better, yay. This is Jesse Green, D619 Nerd. I'm signing off.